Hey y'all, it's Kim again. So this is more of Mackenzie Shirilla's conduct reports from, I guess this is Marysville or I don't know, ORW, whatever that housing unit that she's in, Ohio Reformatory, blah, 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 whatever, for women maybe. Hold on, something's in my way here. I don't know why that's there. Anyway, so Mackenzie Shirilla. And then the case, data violations, 5/16 of 2024, 11:40 p.m. Charge rules 5.6, being out of place. On the above date and approximate time of 11:40 p.m., inmate Shirilla was seen in the second floor day room talking on her tablet. This is the second incident that has occurred where inmate Shirilla has been found in the day room after rec has been closed. Inmate Shirilla is being charged with 5.6 being out of place. Pretty innocuous, nothing major. First shift, conduct being reported or being written on behalf of another. No. Does the charging official wish to have input in disciplinary proceeding? No. Okay. They probably had just standard rules because it was not that big a deal. All right. Mackenzie Shirilla. So this is the date of the hearing. Was a conduct report accurately completed? Yes. Has the inmate been informed of his right to be heard on his own defense? Yes. Did the inmate attend the hearing? Yes. And then guilty rule 5.6. I just didn't know. Oh boy. HO finds inmate guilty. The hearing officer. Based on these findings, the hearing officer found reasons to believe that she's guilty. 5.6. And then verbal warning, I guess it's the first time. Let's see. Disposition of the hearing officer is affirmed. Okay, so Mackenzie Shirilla, 10/19/2024. Date of the violation. Let's see. 12.3 and 12.7. On the above date and approximate time, I, Officer Bryce, was conducting my random bed searches. During my search on inmate Shirilla, I found two pair of altered state pants, a fan with a name and number, redacted, crossed out, and Shirilla written on the same side, and four nude magazine pictures. For this, I will be charging her with 12.3, possession of another IP property, and 12.7, possession of contraband. And I guess in the report. At least these are easier to read than the others. This is the second shift. Let's see, staff electronic signature park. Let's see. So, possession of property of another incarcerated person, possession of any contraband, include any article knowingly possessed which has been altered or for which permission has not been given. Was the conduct report accurately completed? Yes. Has the inmate been informed of his right to be heard? Yes. Did the inmate attend the hearing? And guilty rules 12.3, 12.7. So that's what she's. I did have the fan and pants, was turned into quartermaster, and I was charged. That's all she has to say. Contraband fan destroyed, pictures will be returned, and pants returned to the quartermaster. And then the finding is guilty. This little girl, she probably won't ever get out. And I don't think she should, but that's me. Hold on. Okay. So Mackenzie F. Shirilla. So 11/11/2024. Food service, dining room, and staff. 12.7 and 16.3. On 11/11/2024, approximately 12:40 p.m., Officer Graham and I were stopping incarcerated individuals for random searches. Inmate Shirilla was stopped and voluntarily handed over a block of cheese and a package of noodles from her hoodie. Inmate Shirilla was also not wearing a state shirt to CFS, making her out of dress code. In addition, she was wearing an altered state hoodie with beads on it. I am charging inmate Shirilla with 16.3 for coming to CFS out of dress code, and 12.7 for possession of contraband. Officer Schoenblab called me from Hale and advised that inmate Shirilla did have a state shirt on underneath two hoodies. Regardless, inmate Shirilla deliberately had her collar tucked in and shirt to make it appear she did not have a state shirt on. In the report. And then, is a conduct report being written on behalf of another? No. Does a charging official wish to have input in the disciplinary proceedings? No. And let's see. So 12.7, possession of any contraband, including any article knowingly possessed, which has been altered or for which permission has not been given. See, that's the thing. Permission, you don't like the rules, but you still have to follow them. And whether these are big or small, she still shouldn't be doing this stuff. Any violation of any published institution rules, regulations, or procedures. Okay, let's see. Was a conduct report accurately completed? Yes. Has the inmate been informed of his right to be heard in his own defense? Yes. And did the inmate attend the hearing? Yes. So inmate plea guilty rules 12.7. So possession of the contraband, and then not guilty on 16.3. Any violation of any published institution rules, regulations, or procedures. I was wearing a state shirt. The items are contraband. Inmate admits to having contraband items destroyed per inmate request. Sorry, I gotta have something on my lips. Okay. So, finding is guilty on 12.7, and not guilty at 16.3. Let's see, 30 days for package restrictions. So I guess she can't get to her commissary. So that's her punishment for that one. Hold on, this thing keeps going slow. Okay, Mackenzie Shirilla, 11/13/2024, like you hadn't already been in trouble. Food service and dining room, 1. On the above date and time, while conducting searches on offenders leaving CFS, I saw that offender Shirilla had an altered blue sweatshirt made into a hoodie. Offender Shirilla is aware that personal property cannot be altered. Therefore, I'm charging offender Shirilla with rules 5.1 and 12.2. Anyway, no on those two. First shift, November 13th, 2024. Okay, so disobedience of a direct order is 5.2. 12.2, destruction, alteration, or misuse of property. Was a conduct report completed or accurately completed? Yes. And has the inmate been informed of his right to be heard? Yes. Did the inmate attend the hearing? Yes. Inmate plea, guilty, and rules 5.2, 12.2. I had this sweatshirt, but I did not alter it myself. Okay. And an inmate admits to having altered items destroyed per inmate request. Geez. So another 30 days of commissary restriction. She ain't gonna ever get her stuff back. Okay, Mackenzie Shirilla, 11/16/2024, 11:55, housing unit B, HA in bed and cell. On the above date and time, Officer Burke observed IP Shirilla 80, whatever, talking to IP redacted next to trash cans at the end of Bay 5. For this reason, I'm charging IP Shirilla with 5.6 and end of report. Okay, no on those two questions. Let's get down here. So 5.6, being out of place. You still have to follow the rules. Even if you hate them, you think they're stupid and like WTF, why do I have to listen to you guys? Because you're in prison. That's why. Was a conduct report accurately completed? Yes. Has the inmate been informed of his right to be heard in his own defense? Yes. And did the inmate attend the hearing? Yes. And then the inmate plea is not guilty on Rule 5.6. And then inmate statement, I don't remember. Inmate can be seen standing talking to another. And then finding is guilty. She ain't ever gonna get out. Okay, so 8 days bed and cell restriction to end, I guess, on November 27th, 2024. Oh my goodness. This girl. Okay. So Mackenzie Shirilla, 11/30/2024. She's already in trouble. How the hell did she get in more trouble? On the date and time above, IP Shirilla was walking with IP redacted between Wheeler and the Kennedy building while yards were closed and only the early eaters have been called. For this reason, I charge her with 5.6 of being out of place. Same thing, December 5th. Let's see what her punishment is. She's probably going to be like, I don't remember. I have my early eaters badge. She's like, not guilty. Let's see. And then inmate works for health and safety, which does not work after 4 p.m. Let's see, guilty. And then other 15 days day room restriction, I guess, to end on December 19th, 2024. This little girl. Okay, so this is Kenzie on 12/10/2024, recreation and gym. 12/10/2024 at approximately 6 p.m. Officer Wilson was escorting another IP to the captain's office when I saw IP Shirilla and IP redacted standing outside of the gym dancing. I then gave a directive for both these IPs to either enter the gym or return to their assigned housing unit. At approximately 6:20 p.m., when escorting an IP from the captain's office back to her assigned unit, I then again see IP Shirilla and IP redacted still standing outside of the gym. I've given both Shirilla and redacted directives to enter the gym or return to the units, to which neither IP complied, therefore charging IP Shirilla with 5.2 and 5.6 in the report. So no and no on those two. H. Wilson. And then let's see. Let's see. Notification to inmate. A conviction could result in a loss of earned credit and 201 additional hearing. Wow. So this little idiot. Okay, disobedient of a direct order and then being out of place. And then, was the conduct report accurately completed? Yes. Has the inmate been informed of his right to be heard in his own defense? Yes. And did the inmate attend the hearing? So inmate plead not guilty on Rule 5.2, 5.6. We was standing outside. He did not tell us to go back to our units. And then other statement of evidence, inmate can be seen standing outside the gym for over a half hour. Inmate admits to knowing it was passes only and it did not leave. I don't know what that means. Guilty. Oh my goodness. This girl. So guilty rules 5.6 and then not guilty 5.2. Other 30 days recreation restriction. Oh my goodness. Okay. So this is Mackenzie Shirilla again, January 16th, 2025, 6:30 p.m. A random bed search was conducted on IP Shirilla. During search, a packet of unknown medication was found with the name of individual prescribed. IP Shirilla admitted to using the meds and that they weren't hers. Also, she had a personal photo of herself containing drug use. For this reason, she's being charged with 10.6 misuse of authorized medication for the pills and a 12.7 possession of any other contraband, including any article knowingly possessed which has been altered or for which permission has not been given for the photo, and then end of report. So 10.6, 12.7. Second shift, January 22nd, when I guess it was going to be given to the girl. Okay, a copy of this conduct report was served upon the above named inmate. Okay, they've already got that. So, inmate signature under duress, really? Is she stupid? Under duress. Hold on, let me see what else she put on here on some of this other stuff. Her mom probably told her to do that stupid crap of signing it like that. Uh, under duress. Really? What kind? Under duress. Get the hell out of here. I don't even know where we're at. So there's her signature. Let's see. Now that I'm looking at this, I want to, okay, there's that one. So she's signing it normal, but then like later on, she starts getting more creative about it. Mm. I'm under duress. Oh my gosh. I don't know why these are having such a hard time. It's probably my computer. Okay. Let's see. All right, she's still signing it normal, but I'm just going down through here. Hold on. Yep, kind of getting wonky here. Okay, we're almost there. Okay, under duress. So this is the one. Yeah, dumb. And then misuse of authorized medication, possession of any other contraband, including any article knowingly possessed, which has been altered or for which permission has not been given. So this conduct report, yes. Informed of the right of defense, yes. And then not guilty on the rules. I did not have drug use in it. What? It did not have drug use in it. The pills or prenatal vitamins I got from another. And then see conduct report items destroyed per inmate request and then guilty. Okay, so she's got another 30 days of bed and cell restriction. Oh my gosh. Okay. So Mackenzie Shirilla, 4/29, 2025, 7:11 p.m. Housing Unit B, WLR, I don't know what that is, day room. And then supporting facts, so 14.3 is what she's been accused of here. When reviewing video visits, I witnessed that inmate Shirilla was doing a video visit with an ex-inmate that was released. I noticed that the video ID name for the visitor was not who the person that was doing the video visit with. The visitor's name is redacted, and that is the approved visitor on DOTS. The actual person that is doing the visit is redacted. Redacted is not a visitor and should not be visiting Shirilla. They have had over 100 video visits. The visitor has been made applicant. Oh, hold on, has been made applicant and is blocked on GTL. I've attached snapshot of the video showing that the visitor is redacted, jingle, and OWR or ORW, excuse me. Is a conduct report? No, no. J Jingle. Well, how come they didn't know this stuff was happening if they had over 100 like calls? 14.3 violation of visitation rules, including video visits. So guilty rules, 14.3 inmate statement is none. Inmate admits to guilt, and then finding is guilty. 4.14.3 30 days electronics restriction. Ah, yes. Let's see. This is crazy. Okay. So Mackenzie Shirilla, how is she getting in trouble if she's in her room? Oh my gosh, 4:30 of 2025, housing unit. Um, these stupid things. Okay, sorry. I approached IP Shirilla while she was in case manager Jones' office to take her to the restroom to see if she was properly dressed. IP Shirilla was previously in Mr. Ream's office, and he had asked her for her hoodie as it was altered and considered contraband. So 5.2 and 5.7 again. IP stated that he couldn't have it, or yeah, that he couldn't have it because she wasn't dressed properly under her hoodie. When I told her I was taking her in the restroom to make sure she was dressed properly so I could take her hoodie, she stated, if he got a boner from the way I'm dressed, that's his fault. As she got to the door of Mr. or Miss Jones' office, she told Miss Jones to come with us to the restroom because she didn't feel comfortable. When we got into the IP restroom, IP Shirilla unzipped her hoodie and her state shirt was completely unbuttoned with just a sports bra on. She was instructed to button her shirt and give me her altered hoodie. The whole time we were in the restroom, she was very disrespectful and talked with a loud tone, asking if this was all we were worried about was her altered jacket. This IP has had several conduct reports for contraband clothing. She has been given new state uniforms in exchange for the altered clothes. Her hoodie was clearly taken in on the sides and was very form fitting on this IP. And then in the report, so no on those two questions. She signed it MS. And then disobedience of a direct order, disrespect towards another person, including instigation of or perpetuating fighting. I don't see, maybe it's because the way she was talking. Hold on, let me go back. Sorry. Uh, this thing sometimes goes too far. Okay. I want to take a picture of this really quick. Okay. And then let's see here. So 5.2, disobedience, and then disrespect towards another person, including instigation of and or fighting. Was the conduct report accurately completed? Yes. That has inmate been, you know, have the right to be heard in their own defense? Yes. And did the inmate attend the hearing? Yes. 5.2, inmate statement, I went to the bathroom. She says she's not guilty on rules 5.2, 5.7. I went to the bathroom with her. I never said that. I did what they told me. I was not being disrespectful. And then see conduct report, referenced or referred to RIB. I don't know what that is. There is reason to believe that a rule violation occurred and the matter should be referred to the Rules Infraction Board. Oh, okay. So it's been referred to the Rules Infraction Board. Let's see. Disposition of the hearing office has been reversed. This is a duplicate conduct report and then remove ticket. Okay, so this must have happened before. So, um, Mackenzie Shirilla, 5/1 of 2025. Geez. Okay. Vault and inmate property. 12.7. Possession of any other contraband, including any article knowingly possessed, which has been altered or for which permission has not been given. So this is 24 pages, but I mean, this is 58 total. Okay. So the following items were confiscated. Shirilla sheets, not on Toastmasters. I don't know what that means. 3 altered bags, altered state pants, needs charged for. Altered blue shirt, purple flip flops, altered panties, altered or broken COS headphones, altered blue shorts, blue and green sweatshirt not on vault, altered mug, altered green and blue sweatpants, unauthorized headscarf, under armored sweatshirt, not on vault, altered green towel, blue towel, not on vault, clock, had inmate number redacted on it, and then two blue and green blankets, gave two green back, and blue was not on vault. So this girl, I mean, I know these sound like stupid things, but there's rules for a reason. I mean, I just can't follow the rules. And this is going to be stuff that's going to hold her back, probably from getting out. Yeah, a conviction could result in loss of earned credit. So let's see, possession of any contraband, including any article knowingly possessed, which has been altered. Let's see what her punishment was. Guilty and rules 12.7. So it's like she already know. Inmate admits to guilt. Items destroyed per inmate request. Guilty, and then 30 days package restriction. So it's like nothing works on this kind of behavior. She just keeps doing it. Okay, Mackenzie Shirilla, 7/15/2025. Housing unit G, RG2, bed cell, and then whatever. On the 5.6 again. On the above date and time, while conducting security check, I witnessed IP Shirilla sitting on a bed area, redacted and talking. Be advised that the lights were turned off, and inmate Shirilla leaves on the third bay. I'm charging inmate Shirilla for violation of rule number 5.6. End of report, so no. Her signature. Under duress. What the hell? So being out of place again. So was the conduct report accurately completed? Yes. Has the inmate been informed of the rights? Yes. And did the inmate attend the hearing? Yes. The guilty rule 5.6. Offender pleads guilty. Body of conduct report. Oh my gosh. HO finds offender guilty. Based on these findings, the hearing officer finds reason to believe that he's guilty. 5.6. And then 30 days package restriction. Again, she's never going to get her stuff. Okay. Mackenzie Shirilla, 7/19/2025, 12:02 a.m. On 7/19/2025, Officer Dennis and my partner, Officer Sexton, was conducting institutional count when we noticed there was multiple IPs that was talking during count. Officer Sexton and I then went to the third bay of the 300 site of Rogers 2. We then found multiple IPs, including IP Shirilla, talking while we were counting. We then asked for their IDs and told them there was no talking during the count. For this reason, I'm writing them for 4.4 and 16.3. So no on those. Okay. So this time it wasn't just her, but there was other people involved. Encouraging and creating a disturbance sounds about right. Any violation of any published institution rules, regulations, or procedures. Now, was the conduct report accurately completed? Yes. Has the inmate been informed of his right to be heard? Yes. And did the inmate attend the hearing? Yes. And then guilty on 16.3. So violating the rules again. And they not guilty on 4.4, encouraging or creating a disturbance. He was done counting, conduct report supports charges, and then HO finds IP guilty. Let's see, 15 days electronics restriction. Wow. So Mackenzie, 9/22, she just can't stay out of trouble, 4:16 a.m. On above date and time, Officer Miller was reviewing via path visits when selecting an IP redacted. It was, in fact, not IP redacted. It was only IP Shirilla. During these visits, multiple inappropriate things took place. The visit that took place at 6:06 p.m. at the 1524 maker. I don't know what that means. IP Shirilla shows her breast to the visitor. Then at 21:08, the visitor shows a dildo. What? Then lastly, at 22:53, the visitor shows her breast. Then on the visit at 7:42 at the 24:01 marker, the visitor shows her breast, the dildo sticking out of her pants twice. Then at 25:17, the visitor sets the phone up and walks into the frame completely undressed. There was a total of 7 video visits taking place between IP Shirilla and this visitor, all taking place on IP Redacted's account. Wow. If there was ever a reason to keep somebody in prison, it's this little girl. Wow. So no, you signed it there. Okay, unauthorized use of telephone, mail or electronic devices, violation of visitation rules, including video visits. Was the conduct report accurately completed? Yes. Has the inmate been informed of the rights? Yes. And did the inmate attend the hearing? Yes. Guilty rules 14.1 and 14.3. Offender pleads guilty. Body of conduct report. HO finds offender guilty. Okay, so other 60 days video visiting restriction. So I wonder how that was working out with mommy Natalie. No, Kinsey, everything's gonna be okay. We're out here fighting for you, Kinsey. That's why we've been all over the podcast circuit. So here we go again. Mackenzie Shirilla, 11/17/2025, 12:50 p.m. On 11/17/2025 at approximately 12:50 p.m., this case manager was walking to the officer's desk when I observed IP Shirilla in the front rec room. IP Shirilla was wearing blue sweatpants, appeared to be altered, and a teal t-shirt. IP Shirilla has had previous dress code violations and is aware of what the rules are. I'm charging her with 5.6 for being in the rec room, so out of place, in personals during a restricted time. Additionally, this rec room is closed at this time other than for studying. I'm also charging her with 16.3 for being in violation of dress code. What's going on with my phone? All right, it just keeps lighting up on the side. End of report. Oh, no, unless you question, she signed it there. All right. Being out of place, any violation of any published institutional rules, regulations, or procedures. Yes, yes, yes. Guilty on 5.6, 16.3. Offender pleads guilty, body of conduct report. It's like that's all they need. They already know she's going to screw it up. Okay. Other 60 days package restrictions per Mr. Davis. She agrees that offender has been doing better in cottage. Okay. I don't see how. Mackenzie, so this is this year. So February 6, 2026, 10:30 a.m. On February 6, 2026 at approximately 10:30, incarcerated person, oh, that's what that IP means. Okay, Shirilla was observed by this ticket writer wearing her states and coming out of the 400 side crash gate. I don't know what that is. IPs are to be in their states Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. IPs and Rogers 2 have been given frequent reminders to follow this directive. IP Shirilla then came to my office, which is closed, knocking on the door, knocking on my door, wanting to question me, writing her a ticket. I had to give IP Shirilla 4 directives to stop knocking and leave before she complied. I'm charging IP Shirilla with 16.3 for failing to adhere to the proper dress code and 5.2 for disobeying my directives to stop knocking on my door and leave. Oh, so she thought she was going to go in there and just fight for her rights. Honey, this isn't the time to fight for your rights. Is this conduct report being written on behalf of another? No. Does the charging official wish to have? Oh, my daughter's calling. I don't have time to talk to her right this second. It'll be a minute. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, I just told her to call her back. Sorry. I know it's a distraction, but I'm a real person, not a bot. Okay, so no on those two. Um, so disobedience of a direct order, any violation of any published institutional rules, regulations, or procedures. Was a conduct report completed accurately? Yes. Right to defense? Yes. Yes. Guilty on rules 5.2, 16.3. I'm sorry for going to the door and I won't do it again. Conduct report, milestone footage shows IP standing at door and knocking on it until she walks away. And then what is her restriction? Oh, 90 days of commissary restriction. Oh, how did Natalie, how did Miss Natalie handle that? Oh, Kenzie, I'm sorry, honey. I couldn't send you any shampoo and soaps. I hope you weren't too stinky. Sorry, her voice is just really weird. And then what is it? AG Tactical. He just has a funny impression of her. He's like, Mackenzie, it's okay. Almost like a Canadian or Minnesotan type accents. Anyway, he's just funny. Mackenzie F. Shirilla, 5/6 of 2026. So that's like a little over 2 months ago. 5.7, 16.3. Officer Stanley yelled for inmate Shirilla to take property up to the property vault. Be advised that inmate Shirilla started to complain, saying she did property yesterday. Then inmate Shirilla continued to try to get out of pushing the property up by trying to volunteer other inmates to push it up and even saying she would push it up later in the day. Once inmate Shirilla realized she wasn't going to get out of it, she rolled her eyes and mumbled under her breath. About 5 minutes after this interaction, I informed inmate Shirilla that property wasn't going to go up due to the weather, and she rolled her eyes and started mumbling under her breath. Due to this behavior, inmate Shirilla is being charged with the 5.7 and 16.3. So no on those two. She signed it. And then disrespect towards another person, including instigation of or perpetuating fighting, and any violation of any published institutional rules, regulations, or procedures. Was a conduct report? Yes. Will they be able to have a right to be heard in their own defense? Yes. And then she's put in a plea of not guilty on 5.7, 16.3. How can you not? I don't know. Body of conduct report doesn't match camera footage. And then HO finds IP not guilty. IP is not guilty to camera footage and ticket not matching up. She probably was mouthing though. I bet she was. Okay. So we're about 20. Oh my gosh, stop calling. Okay, Mackenzie Shirilla, 5/8 of 2026. On above date and time, IP failed to report to CFS to carry out their assigned job duties. For this reason, I'm charging them with 5.3 refusal to carry out a job assignment or work detail. Let's see, no and no on those two. And then, let's see. Has the inmate been informed? Yes. Did the inmate attend the hearing? Yes. Do they have a right to be heard? Yes. And I was at the door waiting to go out. Per camera footage, you can see IP waiting to go out at 4:30. IP is not guilty. So some of these, I guess, are coming back that she didn't do anything wrong. These last two. Maybe they just didn't. I don't know. Hold on. So Mackenzie Shirilla, this is 5/9 of 2026. Food service and dining room at 4:30 a.m. IP Shirilla did not show up for work. Refusal to carry out a job assignment or work detail. No, no. Okay. Let's see. Inmate plea 5.3. Let's see. Conduct, yes, yes. The right to defense. And then attend the hearing, yes. I thought I had a visit. And the body of conduct report, IP admits guilt. Okay, so this one she's guilty on. 30 days bed and cell restriction. Jeez. Inmate 520. You would think that after a while you start trying to get in trouble, but I guess not. Food service and serving line. This is at 4:30 a.m. IP Shirilla did not report to her assigned job in CFS due to her not working. She's being charged with rule violation 5.3. No, no, on those two. I mean, she's just constantly in trouble. Damn. I'd be like not wanting to get in trouble all the damn time. So it looks like something was cut off. Okay. This page, I think something's missing here. Whatever. Mackenzie Shirilla, 9/4/2024, 12 p.m. 12.1 and 12.7. Upon searching inmate Shirilla, the following contraband was found: dangle earrings made from charms stolen from the kindware room, 29 bottles of paint, 1 bottle of wax, 11 paint tubes, 1 plastic bin, 20 plus rocks, homemade pillow, altered painted vans, 1 pillow with no receipt, 2 green t-shirts, fake eyelashes, 1 neck scarf, 2 long sleeve t-shirts, pom-pom earrings made from items stolen from the kindware room, gold and silver wire wrapped around pins, blue ball cap, white Nikes, gray thermal, altered top, large white towel from box, blue boxer shorts, brown boots, green sweatpants, blue shorts, blue sweatpants, extra steak top and pants, 1 blue sweatshirt, green pocket shorts, homemade pink boxers, Epsom salts, Raber, I don't know what that is, altered bleach blue sweatpants, gloves, keyring, bleached shirt, pink shirt, homemade bag, 10 containers of glitter, bag of beads, 4 bottles of glitter glue, a bag of confetti, pink bin, light green t-shirt, blue Eastland shoes, dark green t-shirt, tie-dyed bras and panties, 2 pairs of sunglasses, pink and purple rubber balloons, not inflated, 1 roll of stretchy magic jewelry string, blue solo cup, 1 bag of wraps. I don't know what that is. 2 mixed veggies. Oh, food. Okay, marshmallow fluff. 2 bottles of mixed pills. 3 boxes of Jello. Large container of ceramic sealer stolen from the kindware room. Oil bottle with white liquid in it. Fake eyelashes. Super glue stolen from kindware room. Oh my gosh. 4 bags of nuts, edamame noodles, miso soup, black tank top, scotch tape dispenser, several homemade rings and earrings, torn pieces of state sheets, large stack of very tiny Monopoly money, 1 retractable lipstick not sold in books or commissary, 5 unit black markers, 1 scissors, IOU notes, and notes on how much bracelets and bracelet earrings are homemade or something. All receipts are reviewed, and all t-shirts, shorts, PJs, sweats, and shoes were given or left in Shirilla's possession. Items confiscated were not on receipt, altered, or stolen from maintenance, safety, sanitation, kindware. Inmates also brought, I guess, me a receipt to try and get the paints back. The receipt belongs to redacted. Shirilla does not work in the kindware room. For all this, I'm charging Shirilla with possession of contraband to including Wow, to include, excuse me, altering and with stealing. Oh, lovely. So now she's a thief while she's in jail. Stealing or embezzlement of property. So this is 12.1. Obtaining property by fraud or receiving stolen, embezzled, or fraudulently obtained property. 12.7, possession of any other contraband, including any article knowingly possessed, which has been altered or for which permission has not been given. Yes, it was done, and they've been informed of their rights. And did the inmate attend the hearing? Yes. Guilty on rules 12.7, and then not guilty on rules 12.1. I did not steal anything. I got it from Redacted. I like to paint cups. She gave me the stuff. I paid 10 for each kindware, whatever that is. Conduct report, IP statement. And due to the seriousness of the the offense, it's been referred to the RIB, or the Rules Infraction Board. Let's see what her punishment was. Okay, so again, yeah, the individual pled not guilty to the 12.1. However, she was in possession of items stolen from kindware and other areas of ORW. Conduct report supports both allegations, and she pled guilty to the 12.7. Conduct report is written. Guilty plea to the 12.7. Was the inmate informed or the right to be heard on his behalf? Yes. Did the inmate offer any defense? No. Did the board rely on any confidential statements? No. Decision of the hearing officer is affirmed. And then RIB recommends a second security review be conducted. Okay. Disposition is other 60 days commissary restriction and 60 days of package restriction. Did any person other than the board member participate in the discussion of the board's findings? And if no, so these are all the people. Appeal form given to the inmate, yes. And notice to inmate, you may appeal this decision to the warden. The appeal must be submitted using the provided form within 7 days of receiving of disposition. Upon reviewing the proceeding and the disposition of the Rules Infraction Board, I have determined that the board's decision should be affirmed. Let's see. There was evidence to support the decision of the Rules Infraction Board. The penalty assessed is authorized and appropriate. Case was heard in compliance with the AR. Okay, come on. So Mackenzie Shirilla, oh my gosh, 7/23/2025. So this is kind of going back. On the above date, 11/31, 7/23. No, that's going back. 10:31 p.m. On the above date, around 11:31, Officer Rowland was conducting a round on the 300 side. As I was finishing my round on the side, I noticed IP Shirilla leaving bed redacted. So for her living on the third bay and being in the first bay, I'm charging her with 5.6 of being out of place. No, on those two. Let's see what her, yeah, IP was out of place. Yeah, 5.6. Direct report, IP pled guilty. Yes. Did the inmate offer any defense? No. Did the board rely on any confidential statements? No. And disposition of the hearing officer. Okay, so these are actually, it looks like they're going back and showing when it was referred up to the whatever's the Rules Infraction Board. Guilty rule 5.6, panel accepts guilty plea, IP was out of place, and 7 RH shelved. Yeah, appeal form given, so yes. There was evidence to support the decision of the Rules Infraction Board. So that's all it's doing, is going back and just going over that. So another being out of place, 7/23/2025. I didn't think it was a problem. Wow. Wow, being out of place. Conduct report supports. referred to RIB. Okay. So Mackenzie, 4/30 of 2025. Okay, let's see here. All right, on the above date, I received a message that IP Shirilla requested to come over to my unit, Wheeler, from the Hale unit to meet with Case Manager Jones. While I was in Case Manager Jones' office discussing other issues, IP Shirilla arrived shortly thereafter and advised her that I would meet with her due to Case Manager Jones being busy with other matters in her unit. Once in my office, Shirilla began to complain that someone was messing with her approved visitors and that she was in the middle of a crisis due to her video visits not working correctly. Upon investigating the problem, I advised her that the problem was her approved visitor was allowing other people to be on the video visit who are not approved. While trying to explain this to her, I noticed that once again she was in my office with contraband clothing on, a hoodie that had been modified to be form fitting, and pants that were also altered to make them tighter around her legs. This has been at least the third time I've addressed Shirilla wearing clothing that has been altered to my units. Case Manager Jones and AP1 in Bowden, I guess, have both been present when Shirilla had to be corrected on her clothing in the past. I then advised Shirilla that I wanted her hoodie to confiscate as contraband. She proceeded to tell me no because she couldn't do or take it off due to her state shirt, also contraband, being unbuttoned from top to bottom, and that her bra would be exposed. At that time, I escorted her back to Case Manager Miss Jones' office due to the inappropriateness of Shirilla. While in Case Manager Jones's office, AP1 in Bowden offered to take Shirilla to the bathroom to confirm whether Shirilla had a shirt on, completely unbuttoned with her bra exposed. AP1 in Bowden confirmed that Shirilla stated to me, or what Shirilla stated to me, due to her disregard of past directives, I'm charging her with 5.2, a 12.7 for having haltered pants, hoodie, and a button down shirt on in my office, and a 3.7 for intentionally coming to another unit inappropriately dressed, potentially exposing herself to staff, gestures, or actions of a derogatory or offensive sexual nature by an incarcerated person toward another person. So rule 3.7. So no and no on those two. Mackenzie, blah, blah, blah. 3.7, sexual harassment, unwelcome sexual advances, requests for sexual favors or verbal comments, gestures, or actions of a derogatory or offensive sexual nature by an incarcerated person toward another person, disobedience of a direct order, possession of any other contrabands, including any article knowingly possessed which has been altered or for which permission has not been given. Did the inmate attend the hearing? Yes. Guilty on 5.2 and 12.7. Not guilty on 3.7. Inmate entered the unit office dressed inappropriately to speak with unit staff. Inmate has been addressed previously for this issue. And then conduct report, inmate guilty plea. Was the inmate informed of the right? Yes. Did the inmate offer any defense? No. Did the board rely on any confidential statements? No. And then it's been affirmed. Panel accepts guilty plea. Inmate has been addressed previously for dressing appropriately and walked into the office without her state shirt buttoned up all the way. 14 RH. Yeah. RH stays CTS and destroy contraband. Let's see. Did any other person than the board member participate in the discussion of the board's findings? No. And then there's the people that are saying, yes, she's guilty. In pill form, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we're almost done with this, but it's just like, dang, this girl, she can't stay out of trouble. All right, so sexual harassment again. Was not completely unbuttoned. This is her statement. They was not form fitting. I was upset. He was worried about what I was wearing. Well, she said something about he got a basically an erection, and that's his problem, not hers. Wow. That's why she got in trouble for the disrespect. Okay, Mackenzie Shirilla, 8/1/2025, 10:50 p.m. On 8/1/2025, Officer Dennis was conducting a round on the 300 side of the unit at approximately 10:50 a.m. A.m. or p.m. I don't know which one. When I was in the third bay, I saw IP redacted moving her hand from IP Shirilla's buttocks region. For this reason, I'm writing them for CC consensual sexual contact. Oh, excuse me, 3-3. Excuse me, I saw the C consensual sexual conduct. Oh my gosh. This little girl, she's just trouble. No, no, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. Consensual sexual conduct or consensual sexual contact with another incarcerated person for the purpose of sexually arousing or gratifying either person. And then IP redacted had her hands in IP Shirley's pants in her buttocks region. And inmate plea is not guilty. Conduct reports, IP statement, IP witness statements, and camera evidence. Dummies got caught on camera. Was the inmate informed or the right to be heard? Yes. Did the inmate offer any defense? No. Did the board rely on confidential statements? No. Disposition of the hearing officers affirms. Guilty rule 3.3 IP redacted had her hands in IP Shirilla's pants in her buttocks region. The 7 RH days. I don't know what those are. Restricted housing, maybe, or restricted housing. And then guilty and guilty. Ooh. Yeah, this little girl she's just troubled. I think that's all of them. Oh, wait, hold on. Let's see. Was the conduct report? Yes. Right to defense? Yes. Offer pleads not guilty. States I do not allow her to touch me, and I've never had a sex ticket, and this is not me. I don't do that kind of stuff. They already said they had video evidence. I'm not sure what she's talking about. Body of conduct report. HO refers to RIB. Rules Infraction Board. Oh my gosh. Anyway, that's enough of that. That girl is probably never going to get out. And that's why that judge said what she said about, and that's not up to me. That's up to you, Mackenzie. Basically, she's not going to be out when she thinks she will. But we'll talk later. Y'all have a good day. Bye.